How can I utilize volume to be able to make better investment decisions in reference to stocks and crypto? Welcome to the channel. This is CeoTrades, where money works for you. It is Thursday, thrilling Thursday to you. I hope you're having fun wherever you are. Tomorrow's Friday, and the weekend starts after today. That's right. A lot of people take 3-day weekends, especially in the summer at this time of year. Those who are trading, who've been around for a long time, take off Thursday afternoon and head to their weekend getaways, wherever it may be. Are you planning that? Are you in that process, or are you already there? Well, let's take a look at these stocks and see how you can benefit these cryptos, and see how you can benefit from the information. We're going to look at 4 of them here. This is Ethereum, and you can see here it says historical data for Ethereum. Right here, it shows you the date, the open, the high, the low, and the close of the day. The high was 2,300. The low was 2,250. You can see the difference there. It's just under $100 difference. The amount traded, the volume was 18.9 million. The market cap is 268.4 million. What each one of these is, that's for another video. However, this is very important information for your trading habits. That's right. You're building them. If you build them correctly, you're going to be able to utilize this information. This is for Bitcoin, very similar. The high was 40,000.8. The low was 38,000.8, which is a $2,000 difference. 38.7 million volumes traded. The market cap is 750.7 billion. So maybe I was wrong with Ethereum, and I read that incorrectly. But what we're going to do here is we're going to, let me just mute my phone so I don't get interrupted again here. Let's just ski 1 second here. Get me a second so I can mute this phone. And once it's muted, yep, there we go. Now it's muted. So we're looking at Dogecoin now, historical data. Open, the high was 21 cents. The low was 20 cents. That's about a 5% move. 2 billion volume and 26 billion market cap. Now that is reading it a little bit more accurately. Why does it need to be accurate? Because it helps for you to formalize a plan on investing. You can see here, again, it lists every day for the last, I believe, month or two, and so on. If you want to see more, you load more. Why is this useful? Because it's given for free on these, on CoinMarketCap, and these numbers will assist you with making better investment in general. They will assist you with calculating where your profits can land, where you can jump in, where you can jump out. Eventually, if you start to see the numbers just like many of us do. Now, I'd like to share another screen here and just show you how volume is plugged into an actual chart. And as Bitcoin pops up here, we can see this is a daily chart. You can see right here, it's D for daily, 1 day. Each color represents a day. So it either went up or down. And you can see since back in 2019, well, as 2018, February 2018, it was pretty much consolidating. But if you look into it deeper, you'll see that there was more movement than is actually being shown here. However, I'm more interested in the movement right in here and then getting it closer. Now, in order to see a day's movement, it's good to know what was the volume on that day, but we saw it on CoinMarketCap, so it makes it much easier to grab. But you can see down here to see if it matches. This was on July 26th, 537 billion shares shaded. That's right. So if we want to see if that's accurate, we just go back to CoinMarketCap, and on the 27th, it says 40 billion shares, 40 billion market cap and 2 billion shares shaded. Shares traded, coins traded actually is what it is. Now, why am I going back and forth? Because I utilize both. I invest in stocks and I invest in crypto, and the lingo is a little bit different for each, but they do mean the same or similar things. Now, is this a 1 day? Let's see. Yep, this is a 1 day. I don't know why the numbers are very different. However, this is the bottom line. This is how you use volume in order to make better judgments. Now, in reference to stock, you can tell that the actual market opens at 9:30 in the a.m. And before that, you can trade from 4 in the morning all the way to 9:30 in the morning, pre-market hours. But in reference to crypto, there is no specific start or end time. This can happen all day. And you can see here for Bitcoin, there was a high here of 40,000 and then it dropped to 39,000. There was a little drop there. And then people picked up a little more. And then it dropped again from 39,000.9. And then it dropped to 39.6. And then it did it again here. And I dare to say that this is probably the same person or people doing it over and over again, making little returns either on the upside or the downside, the upside, the downside, and so on. Now, how much volume was traded? That you would have to add up all these smaller candles down here. You can look at this on a 3-minute chart, so you don't have to add up as much. You can look at it on a 5-minute chart, so you don't have to add up as much. Or you can look at it and 15, 30-minute, and so on, 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, 12-hour days. Is this beneficial? In the beginning, it's not going to be beneficial. You won't understand it. You'll think that this is all nonsense. Just like when I started to look at this, I was like, oh my God, this is insane. How am I going to remember all of this? Now, if you see down here, you have little reds and greens. All these little reds and greens, the more you zoom in, as I'm zooming in right now, they become thicker. And now they're not as clustered as they were before, cluttered. And you can see that the average here is 581K traded, but then it spikes up, especially on at these candles at, what was it, at around 2.5 million shares traded for Bitcoin. Now, does that make a huge move? No, it didn't. It didn't make a huge move. Now, on this day, you can see it went up 1.6 million. Does that make a move? No. That's the reality on trading, is that you don't know when the big move is coming. However, if you keep a tab on volume, if you keep statistics on it, you'll be able to develop a pattern, and you'll be able to make money when you can enter somewhere here and you can exit somewhere here and so on. And then you can enter again, or you can go down as a short, and then you can go long, short, long, short. Is it easy to depict these right away? No. When you're starting out, no, you're going to be confused. You might even be afraid, like, oh my God, what's going on? That's normal. Stocks and crypto do not stay stationary. They're in constant movement. There are people who are buying at the same time that there are people who are selling. Are you buying? Are you selling? It depends. It depends. Now let's look at Ethereum and see. It's probably a very similar path to Bitcoin. However, it does fluctuate a little bit. It does do a little bit of a different move. Now here it went from 2,209 to 2,327, which is about a 5% gain. So 5% gain when you do it once, maybe twice, 3 times, 4 times throughout the day, it's wonderful. But if you do it once, if you concentrate on making 1% every day, then you're ahead of the game. 1% a day is all you need to do. 1% a day. Believe me, it will add up. Now, how do you utilize this volume? Well, for example, you see that it hit down here on this day at, what was it? It was July 28th at 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. And then it did it again here. I would have picked up very similar. This one was at 2270. This one is at 2272. So you pick up here and then you hold 2272 until it hits 2300. And that's how you make a little money. And then you sell it again. It drops a little and then you pick it up again. Or you could have held it until it got to 2300, which would have been about a 5% gain as well. But 1% of what you're making is a pretty good return if you do it consistently. 5% is an awesome return if you do it consistently. It's not about doing it just once. It's about continuously making returns on a lot of these coins and stocks. Now, as we look at Cardano here, we'll see that in the last hour, in the last few minutes, hold on, as this zooms in, give me a second. Let's see here, give me a better chart. Why is this flat? Somehow I have hit probably some button that has taken my ADA Cardano out of its normal flow, but it looks like it's consolidating in that path, but I know it's not consolidating. You see Doge here. Now you can see it much clearer. Doge will fluctuate, and it went from 20 cents at that point to 20 cents at that point. It is a penny stock, penny coin, penny crypto that has not had a lot of movement, but it's having a lot of positive news. There are a lot of companies who are getting ready to utilize Dogecoin. Get ready. Dogecoin's going to bloom. By the time December comes around, the volume's going to pick up. And that's why I say keep track of the volume, because as you see that the volume picks up, why not jump in for the longer term? It's consolidating here. You can see this right here. And the volume is pretty consistent down here. You can see it's not much volume. Is it worthwhile to trade right now? It's no, it's not. And that's the reason why you should trade, because it's not a good time to trade. If you do trade and you hold off, this will eventually multiply itself into 40 cents or even $1 eventually. If you want to use and you want to know more about how to utilize volume, this is our basic overview on volume. We have more information in reference to volume, how to plan, how to strategically utilize it for your longs and your shorts, and how to be able to benefit on any situation. As you can see, there are a lot of people who go in and out, and I've seen some of the experts talk about this, how they go in and out on different trades, and not being afraid of doing it, because at the beginning you might most probably will lose. You most probably will not make returns, consistent returns, but you've got to keep statistics. You've got to be aware of this on a daily basis so that you know where the trend is headed and how the news affects the volume of the actual coins that we are looking at. This is CeoTrades, where money works for you. Please like, share, subscribe, because if you share, you care. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you tonight at our Ethereum and Bitcoin live session. Take care.